This is your morning brief for Wednesday, April 24th. Boeing misses estimates and suspends guidance. They posted a $3.16 versus $3.25 estimate. This is a big problem, I'm telling you. Boeing, I don't understand why the shares haven't dropped more. They're not going to give guidance because their previous guidance did not include any issues with the Boeing 737 MAX aircraft. So they have said they're going to take it down from 52 planes a month down to 42, but they still haven't fixed the problem. So yeah, you can continue building them and then work on the problem, but they haven't told us how bad it is yet, and shares have really not come down all that much. So I am staying away from Boeing. This is not an opportunity yet. Will it be? It could be. I'm not even ready to say when that'll be or if that'll even materialize. I thought Boeing looked expensive before the crash. Now there's a crash and it's maybe down 10%, maybe 10. I don't even think it's that much. So no Boeing for this guy. Occidental tops Chevron's offering for Anadarko with a bid of $57 billion. It's a 19% premium, over yesterday's close. That's quite an offer. It's a really aggressive move by Occidental. Occidental is a big company, but nowhere near the size of Chevron. So Chevron's over $200 billion market cap, whereas Occidental is about the same size as Anadarko. So that's a pretty aggressive move. They're going to pretty much double the size of their company. I think Anadarko might even be a little bit bigger. But, okay, that's great. That's interesting. We'll see if some more action in the oil patch can happen. I think it can. I think there's a number of companies that are hurting out there that wouldn't mind being taken out by a bigger producer. And we'll see how that goes. But I'd look for more of that. Texas Instruments profit falls 11%. Really bizarre trading, I thought, after hours. The shares went up about 6%. I was getting ready to sell them on that news, not on the news, but on the move, really. On the news and the move coupled together. I didn't think, profit down 11% was nothing to be happy about. And shares were up initially about 6% and then reversed themselves and actually were down shortly after, and they're down in the pre-market here. So what do you do? Well, there's a lot going on here. First of all, semis are expected to be a little bit weak in the next quarter or two, as we've discussed many times. Although I look at Texas Instruments a little bit differently. I see Texas Instruments is almost more industrial. I mean, it's high tech, but it also kind of borders on industrial. It's not like, it's not like a Micron or an Intel where it's on like the leading edge. It's more a block and tackle kind of semis that we need for everyday things, everyday electronics. I don't know. I just don't see it the same way. So I was not expecting profit to fall that much. But then again, the whole sector is, so I don't want to be too punitive on it relative to the other ones. I'm kind of on the fence, which I try never to do. But, boy, that's a tough call. I'm going to sit and wait this out and think about this one a little bit more. But if I owned it, I definitely wouldn't be panicking, especially since they're down a little bit. Man, if it would have been up 6.5% or 6%, though, I would have been a seller. But that didn't hold. Kohl's to accept Amazon returns, and the shares went up 12%. So Kohl's is a big department store. Theoretically, they'll get more foot traffic in just from this return policy, which I've never really heard of something like this, where you take the returns of another company. But I guess it kind of makes sense. It's a new world, and I've had some experience trying to return things at Amazon. It's a bit of a pain. You got to go down to the post office. They do give you a return postage that you put in there, but I had to argue with the actual seller. It wasn't Amazon; it was like a third party, and it was a big pain. But I got it done. But I would have rather just gone in Kohl's, give them my money, let's get out of here. Anyhow, AT&T matches earnings estimate, but tops new subscribers. So actually, revenue was a miss, but earnings were right in line. And then the new subscribers, though, is what's really piquing my interest. They added 80,000 wireless subscribers versus an expected loss of 44,000. So this is really good news for AT&T. I still prefer Verizon, but AT&T is, not a bad substitute. Like I said, I just prefer Verizon. Although I'm nice to see this win of 80,000 new wireless subscribers. Facebook and Microsoft will post earnings after the close. Those are massive earnings reports we're going to want to definitely follow. We'll have more on that, I guess, tomorrow. The Raptors close out the Magic in 4 games. It's the first time the franchise has closed out a series in less than 6 games, and it's the first time they won 4 playoff games in a row. So congratulations, Raptors. Moving on to round 2, and they will draw the Sixers. The Sixers, in the meantime, did close out the Nets in 4 games, and hence setting up the matchup. Bruins knocked off the Leafs in Game 7. 4-1 there. I think it was 4-1. It was 3-1 with an empty netter, I believe. And unfortunately, this is a Leaf scenario that played out, it seems like, every year we lose to Boston. San Jose knock out Knights in a Game 7 thriller. So us on the East Coast did not get a chance to watch this game. It was on too late. San Jose came back from a 3-0 deficit in the third to win 5-4 in overtime, and I'm sure that was very exciting. I wish I could have watched it, but I was in bed. Anyhow, that's your morning brief for Wednesday, April 24th. Let's go find some gems.